threat assessment, exploratory, adaptive, and development behaviors. Another peculiarity of the amygdala in its task of tagging the incoming stimuli is that it does not distinguish between what is real and what is just imagined. This has both positive and negative implications. The downside is that it remains on alert with fantasies and thoughts, even though the real danger isn't there or is gone. The positive side is that through positive fantasies, it is possible to restore physiological and constrictive patterns. It is possible to support the amygdala in its processes through sensory stimuli and exploratory behaviors focused on the immediate future. The natural evolutionary process by which the amygdala should work in every mammal is the following. When you hear an ambiguous noise, the amygdala puts a tag of potential threat and triggers an exploratory behavior. We look around, we try to hear more, etc. To have correct information through which it attributes more precise tags and, therefore, trigger other behaviors, or to return to a standby mode. This is why we sometimes hear that movement comes from the amygdala. Maybe it would be more correct to say that if necessary movement starts from the amygdala. In this sense, it is very important to work on motor, emotional, and survival networks and their synergies. Van der Kolk was one of the first to realize that the amygdala remains somewhat locked into dysfunctional patterns between these networks. For this, he suggests physical activities like yoga, tai chi, kung fu, and other sports that from the bottom transform a relationship with the body from negative to positive. Based on our research, I think we can say something more. It is about moving from a passive to an active state, creating experiences with a strong transformative power exactly because they activate different networks at the same time: proprioception and interoception, bodily and emotional mastery, contextual assessment and forecasting, assessment of the intentions of others at the precognitive level, etc. This way, we are developing important and essential abilities, often altered by stressful or traumatic situations, but more in general, not quite developed and trained in our modern culture, based more on rationality and not on the body or on relationships. As we have said, sports or martial arts that have a high complexity, balance, strength, precision, interpersonal dynamics, etc., are very effective in building and strengthening networks useful for cognition, emotions, and sociability. For those who are unwilling or cannot practice these disciplines, or as extra activities to do with your patients or clients, we have developed a series of targeted activities with these objectives. We will start from a series of targeted physical exercises aimed at neurobiological integration and development. Then, we will practice more structured techniques, like the ones to restore physiology to the alternation between the sympathetic and parasympathetic systems, the ones focused on relaxation, on vagal stimulation, or the ones focused on the ability to maintain physiology while under stress, and finally, the ones with components connected to traumatic and emotional dynamics at the relational level. Please find all details and links in the notes that follow this video.